Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the workflow for importing iTero cases into the AG Live software. Um, w- I really like this workflow. It's super easy and it truly is open, um, n- like like they intended it to. And since iTero is such a great scanner, it's such a great feature to be able to use it and then combine this with the Ceramill, which just gives you unbelievable detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these just because I've already done this. But all right, so when you go in, you're going to create a case. You can see here that I've got my patient, Paw Patrol, since that's a household favorite. Thought I'd go with that. We're doing number 30. So just to show you what this looks like, if you're going to do 31, you would pick um, your restoration type and then material, so on and so forth. Um, so this is where you would scan, but since we're uploading, you're going to upload these files here. So I'll show you how to do that. So when you're taking your iTero scan, you're going to do everything the same as far as your scan goes. So you're going to just set it up as a restorative scan, um, but the change or the thing that's going to be different. Oh, sorry, I'm going to log back in here. Is that in your prescription, you're not going to put a lab in there. You're just going to put in, so where it says send to, you'll just put in my iTero, the option for myitero.com, and that will allow you to pull these scans or export these scans. So that's a big thing. Make sure you do not send it to the lab, because once you do, then it is very, very difficult to get those scans back. So just to myitero.com, go in here, and then you're going to export these scans as a color model or color export open model. Export those, and it's going to come up as a zip file. And so what you'll have to do is extract all of the data from it. What I have found that has worked really well is creating an iTero scans folder just on your desktop. So you can see I have that here. Um, and then I have my patient here. So what you'll do is you'll open up this file. You can see that it's got all of these files inside of it. You hit extract all, and then you just choose where you want that to go. So we're going to choose this folder in the iTero scan. It's going to ask me if I want to replace them just because I've already done this. So you normally don't have to. And there you can see. The biggest thing that you want to make sure you have in there is upper jaw and lower jaw. Those are your two scans, just as um, kind of STL, PYL, or PLY, something like that, PLY files. So you will go back into your AG Live software. You will upload those. So just make sure you obviously have the right patient. And then those will upload and you will be able to design using those. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, so, I mean, these files or these scans are so accurate, and it's really nice to pair it with this software just because, as you'll see, you'll just get such a good proposal. So we'll go into the design. I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. And as this pulls up, another thing that I really like, as you can tell, I like a lot of stuff about this, is that this proposal is so much easier than having the Serac. I used to work with the Serac, and being able to have this you can't obviously see this, but having this on a laptop and having a mouse is just so much easier than that cart with the ball and the clicker. Um, and it's just going to make your margin marking and altering the design proposal that much easier. All right, so we'll go in here, we'll mark our margins. Didn't mean to do that. And because iTero is such an accurate scanner, this this data transfers really well, and then it's really easy to mark your margins. And so we'll just go around here, and then get it all connected. So you can go through and alter anywhere that you want to, zoom in, add points if you need to, and then we'll move forward with our design. And the Ceramill is such an accurate and detailed scanner. I love it because what you get in your proposal, you're going to get out of it. There's very little adjustment or refinement that you ever have to do as long as you give it a good proposal. I remember working with the Cerac, you would get this beautiful design and then you'd go get it out of it and it looked like a marshmallow. So kind of one hiccup that you have just with the iTero, and it's really not a big deal, is that it does, for some reason, mix up the buckle and the lingual. So you just go over here and swap those, and then it'll give you a new proposal that looks a lot better. So just because it is a different, data file that's coming in, it just does that. But like I said, it's easy to switch. So you can go in here, and this is just kind of where you place your tooth. So you can move it, adjust it, and it kind of moves based on the occlusion and the antagonist. But this is really just kind of telling it where you want things to go initially, and then you'll be able to refine the proposal here on the next screen. So we're just going to change this. And then here you go. It's going to give you your proposal. So, I know this is a typodont, but in most of my cases, unless I just have kind of a weird situation, I'm doing very little, or I need to do very little adjustment to it. I mainly do it just for my own sake because it's my way of creating a piece of art. Um, so you have all these tools. You have add, remove, smooth, flatten, and then adapt. And then you also have all of these anatomic tools. So you can move cusps. If you can move them like this, whenever you need to. You can move the whole parts of the tooth. You can just move marginal ridges. So kind of ever whatever suits your fancy. Um, and then yeah, and then you send it to the mill, and like I said, you get this out of it, and it's so nice that that you get that level of detail. That was one of the things that really attracted me to this unit, was being able to get a lab quality restoration in my office. I look back at some of the crowns that I've seeded, and I use a pretty high end lab, and they look great, but these look just as good. I'm still working on my staining and glazing, but for the most part, the detail on the anatomy is there. So it's really, really, really a great machine. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.